the region monitoring a vigorous tropical wave with storm potential. And in sport, West Indies lose to India in the last ball of the third and final T20I. I'm Ricardo Roberts, and this is Caribbean in 10 for Monday, November 12th. I'll be back with the details right after the break.
Rejuvenate, recreate, reconnect. This month on Caribbean Passport, we share new directions of Caribbean tourism at the 2018 State of the Tourism Industry Conference held in the Bahamas. Hear it first from industry experts, top tourism officials and more, right here on Caribbean Passport.
Catch the Band has unveiled one of its new songs for Trinidad's Carnival 2018. The single is called Da Work, but there is no sign of a video just yet. Kes and his band are coming off of a great 2018 season with their hit single, Hello, perhaps one of the biggest soca songs for the year.
Yeah, she had the thing I love. How was she from, I don't know. Rock she waist and go low.
With just over 2 weeks left in the 2018 Atlantic hurricane season, Caribbean countries are keeping a close eye on a vigorous tropical wave east of the Leeward Islands that has the potential to develop into a storm. The Miami-based National Hurricane Center said the wave located about 200 miles east of the Leeward Islands is producing a large area of disturbed weather over most of the western tropical Atlantic Ocean. Shower and thunderstorm activity have increased today, and the system is forecast to pass westward to west-northwestward near the Leeward Islands, Puerto Rico, Hispaniola, and the southeastern Bahamas during the next few days. There's a 90% chance of the system developing over the next 5 days, and if it becomes a storm, its name would be Patty. While Caribbean countries have been spared for most of the 2018 hurricane season, heavy rains in several countries have led to floods, landslides, and millions of dollars in damage. The Caribbean experienced 3 earthquakes over the weekend, but none of them resulted in damage or injuries. The latest and smallest occurred last night. At 8:47 p.m., a 3.9 magnitude was recorded 72 kilometers northwest of Port of Spain, Trinidad, 91 kilometers northwest of Arima in the Twin Island Republic, and 98 kilometers south of St. George's, the Grenadian capital. Almost 12 hours earlier, the largest quake of the weekend occurred offshore Barbados. Now, according to the U.S. Geological Survey, the 6.3 magnitude quake struck shortly after 9 yesterday morning, about 674.9 miles west-southwest of Bridgetown. Its depth was 7.3 kilometers. Then, around midday on Saturday, an earthquake with a magnitude of 4.9 rattled several Caribbean islands. The Trinidad-based Seismic Research Center of the St. Augustine campus of the University of the West Indies said the quake, which occurred at around 12:25 p.m., was felt 74 kilometers northeast of St. John's, Antigua and Barbuda, 142 kilometers north of the capital of Guadeloupe, and 159 kilometers east of Basseterre, the St. Kitts Nevis capital. Canada's City News Network is reporting that Fly Jamaica Airways could be faced with legal troubles following last Friday's crash landing of one of its planes at the Chedijagan International Airport in Guyana, as some passengers contemplate a class action lawsuit. This followed an emotional homecoming for several passengers in Canada over the weekend. They recounted the harrowing experience while the Fly Jamaica flight was on its way to Toronto before having to return to the Guyanese airport for an emergency landing. Fly Jamaica has said that it's too early to comment on the cause of the accident. It said its immediate focus is on the safe repatriation and welfare of all the passengers. 10 of them were injured in the incident. Initial reports indicate that the pilot and co-pilot reported the plane had hydraulic problems and requested permission to return. They were granted that permission, and when the aircraft landed, it overshot the open runway and veered to a closed section, resulting in damage to the right wing. And the Trinidad and Tobago police are investigating the circumstances surrounding the deaths of 2 police officers in what they have described as a suspected murder-suicide yesterday. Dead are woman police officer Raquel Kipps and police constable Michael Yuxi. Akash Samaru of CNC3 News reports.
Police officers Kevin Yuxi and Raquel Kipps were planning to get married in the coming weeks. They live together with Yuxi's family at Spring Valley Road in Mount Dore and have a 2-year-old daughter. PC Yuxi's second child, but first with WPC Kipps. But CNC3 News understands that things went sour a few weeks ago and Kipps left with the 2-year-old. This morning, Kipps brought the child to see her father, but an argument ensued. We understand that the 2-year-old was in the care of a relative at the home during the argument. His other daughter, a 17-year-old, tried to intervene, but she was pushed out of the room. It was then that the usual Sunday morning quiet along this street was pierced by 3 loud explosions, followed by screams. It is believed Kipps was shot twice before Yuxi turned the gun on himself. Kipps died at the scene, while Yuxi died at hospital a couple hours later.
And stay with us, your Midday Sport is next. West Indies produced their best performance of the T20 International Series against India, but still went down by 6 wickets, losing off the last ball of the innings in the 3rd and final match at the Chindabaram Stadium yesterday. With India requiring run off the last ball of the match, bowler Fabian Allen misfielded a drive from Manish Pandey, allowing the batsman to scamper through for a single for the unluckiest of finishes. India had looked to be easing the victory in pursuit of Windies' total of 181 for 3 of the 20 overs, with Shikhar Dhawan and Rishabh Pant's 130-run partnership for the 3rd wicket carrying them within a sight of comfortable victory. The pair had carried their side to 175 for 2, leaving India to get 7 runs from 11 balls before they both inexplicably gave their wickets away. India lost 2 wickets in captain Rohit Sharma for 4 and Kunal Rahul for 17 to slip to 45 for 2 early on. But Dhawan, who scored 92, and Pant, who made 58, took control of the contest and set their team on their way to victory as Windies captain Carlos Brathwaite's insistence on persevering with his fast bowler and medium pacers backfired. And although they both gave their wickets away, India was still able to hold on and claim a nail-biting victory. And over to the Women's World Cup, where Aussie women crushed Minnows Ireland by 9 wickets in their Group B clash of the ICC Women's T20 Championships yesterday. And of course, we'll get more of that story in our major newscast at 6:30. That's Caribbean in 10. Good afternoon.